shut down today so far. Will Barrow. Look at the valuable role he can offer Virginia. Single-handedly clears it with the speed and strength, and then hands off to the offensive player.
Morrissey and Barrow carry the ball up the field.
Ward thinking about another one. Wide shoot. Snyder a save. And he rakes it back into the safety of his crease. Look at those shots for Virginia. 50. Oh, man. Whipple on the move. Nifty pass. Sent just wide by Recchione. And it's backed up again by Virginia. That's the thing with a quick shot. If it's unsettled, you don't have backup there. The Cavaliers can get it back for a clear try of their own.
That's a tough read by those wing attackmen, because you're stepping upfield expecting that one more pass down the sides where you're going to catch, turn the corner, and score. You're really not, you haven't clicked into backup responsibility. But typically the offside attackman has got to be cheating back there to beat the goalie to the end line.
Dixon, big shot, same Schneider. Rebound loose, Posket over the shoulder, tries the dip-to shot, sent it wide. 17 saves for Schneider today, but the UMass effort not aided by the heat here. You saw the heat index on the field well over 100 degrees. It is a steamer here in Philadelphia today. Cavaliers trying to seal the deal on yet another title. Ward has another. He scores. Matt Ward, his 5th goal. 90-mile-an-hour whistler in the dock. Can't stop that one.
Virginia off the invert set. If you freeze it right here, you see a seam will open up this way. Ward finds that soft spot. Just too condensed a defense by UMass. They send number 18, Jack Reed. There's the double. And then everyone else sloughs down. Brilliant pass.
5 goals today. Quint, look at that. A brand new tournament record. Smashing Gary Gates. 15 tallies back at 90 for Syracuse. And is the family happy they're holding up that 14 jersey? You better believe it. Big celebration coming at that tailgate party. UMass on the move. Larman scores! As he got decked, Pat Larman. A nice tally for the Minutemen. It's their first goal in this 4th quarter.
Stops the 6th goal Virginia run. Off the face-off. Dean, little flip pass. Catch, one cradle, redirect. Looks like Turner, the way Turner reacted, he's never really saw it. As Larman shot that ball right off a defender's ear. And you see you pay the price. Division I lacrosse, as Kelly just lights him up.
Pat Larman from the St. Louis area. Coach Greg Cannell bringing him in. Won 2 state titles there. It was all-state, 90 points scored, 65 goals as a senior. Also, Pat was a good running back and quarterback and football all-league player in the St. Louis area in high school.
Talking to Dom Starge about the growth of lacrosse. This revolution we're seeing in this sport. President Broadhead said by the end of June, he has said by the end of June that he will make a decision on the future of the program, whether they're going to hire a new coach or not. But they've already lost recruits who had committed to Duke University. In my mind, strictly from a lacrosse sense, they've fallen. It'll take them 2 or 3 years to rebound if they do come back and field the team.
We talked about Virginia losing 2 games. Would have been against Duke. Regular season, ACC tournament. So were they turning ready as the #1 team? Struggle a bit against Notre Dame. First round, sharp angle shot. Another score, Rubier. They are 3 for 3 with a man up in this game as they continue to light up Doc Snyder, the brilliant freshman goalie for UMass.
Just a left-handed ripper, a little give and go. Gladding to Rubier on the wing and really can stare down the nice, juicy part of that net over the shoulder of Schneider.
Rubier 1 and 2, 3 points. 7-goal game. Let's go back down to Rob Simlicare with more on the Duke situation.
Well, Dave, you guys talking about that situation, it's obvious it has a very big impact on this University of Virginia team. Coach Starsia was talking about the fact that going undefeated this year, in a way, has flown under the radar screen a little bit. So much was going on in the world. Things, as he put it, much more important than winning lacrosse games. He feels it allowed this undefeated streak of theirs to stay a bit below that radar screen and take some of the pressure off this Cavalier team, Dave.
Duke was my preseason #1 selection in the Inside Lacrosse media poll. I returned 9 of 10 starters from a team that lost in the national finals by a goal. But, you know, in sports and in life, you got to stay in the game. And what goes on off the field is extremely important in sports and in life. And I think it's a great learning, a teaching lesson for young athletes across this country. Your behavior will carry over. And alcohol abuse is a huge issue right now for all sports, whether it's men's soccer, basketball, football, women's athletics. It's the #1 problem facing these NCAA athletes.
Here's Matt Ward, who handles his best friend is David Evans, one of the accused in the Duke scandal. Very close with David and speak frequently. So a lot emotionally on the line for Matt Ward in that Duke situation as well. Gladding with it, watched by Whipple. Time melting away here in the UMass season. They're down by a bunch, and Virginia has it again. Thompson with Moody all over him. Drew Thompson's back. Next year, there's a chance for a title for Dom Starsia. He badly wants Duke back on the lacrosse team. Got to have 4 teams in the ACC. As the sport continues to expand, that really has been a setback for him. That's what the coach thinks.
Florida State potentially ramping their program up on the men's side.
Tennessee
hope to field a Division I team in a bunch of years. Now, how good is this Virginia team? Got to analyze the data after this game. The Syracuse team of 1990 certainly set the standard. Scoring margin, 12 goals per game. They just dusted the competition. I will say this year nationally in college lacrosse, a down year for Hopkins, Syracuse, and Princeton. You know, 3 of the Titans, the big programs, all with rebuilding years this year. And then Duke cancels their season. Next thing you know, you're left with Virginia and everyone else.
Errant pass goes out of the restraining box. Officials like Hans Wittelsberger had told Virginia to keep it in, stall warning, so automatically UMass chance. Jacobina has it. How about recruits with Duke?
Well, they've signed with other schools. I know Penn and Georgetown and Harvard have picked up a bunch. It's an awful tough climate for a high school lacrosse player to go down and play lacrosse at Duke right now. They've got to make a coaching decision. If I were the Duke athletic director, I'd look at Kevin Corrigan of Notre Dame, guy with ties to the ACC.
One ball, guys, one
his
ball.
father being Gene Corrigan.
Jacobina was in the crease a moment ago. 32% for the Cavaliers shooting in the second half after just 17% in the opening 30 minutes. And they have buried the Minutemen. One-goal game with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hard to imagine. All Virginia since then. And really very similar, almost a mirror image of the Syracuse game. Just talked about those numbers a second ago. It was a 3-goal game and a half in the semis with the Orange. In the second half, Virginia just ran all over them. Similar deal here today. Calmly, even though Whipple's all over him, Thompson doesn't care, does he? Just hangs on to the ball, milks more clock. It's a slow whistle penalty flag against Whipple and UMass. Had to keep it in the box. Touch up there from Whipple, not officially. Play rolls on. Once he's got to get possession to trigger the penalty flag and stop play and start the extra man opportunity for Virginia. But that can't even go right for UMass right now. The end result there is Virginia gets more clock. They're just trying to stop it. They get possession, they'll have the man down, but as it stands, they can play keep away here as long as they want. We're still in a slow whistle situation. Penalty flag on the field. Meneses trying to nail Gladdy. If he can get him out of bounds, it'll stop it. Ward. Got the 5 already. Matt Warren thought about a shot. Why take it? Look at this clinic by Virginia. It's incredible. UMass is helpless.
Here comes Schneider.
Got to bring the goalie out. Rubier, wide open net, scores! Ben Rubier. Another goal for Virginia. And Charlottesville, get ready. It's almost celebration time.
Schneider makes a mistake when he flies out. Rubier sees him right there and then can react. What you want to do there as a goalie is sneak up behind the man, and then you'll have your defender turn him into you. But as soon as Rubier sees Schneider, he knows he's got an easy lane to the goal. Empty net goal by Rubier.
Three times in school history, Virginia has won a title, 72, 99, and 03. Last 200 arm Starsia. They're about to win another one. Rubier's 2-2 for 4 today.
That 72 team, a special bunch. Tommy Duquette, Pete Eldridge, Jimmy Ullman, Jay Connor, Rodney Ruhlman between the pipes, Glenn Thiel, their head coach. Took them a long time to get that second championship, 27 years later.
Nifty play, Smith to Will Barrow. That was beautiful. Why not? 3 minutes left. Will Barrow just will glide into the offensive end of the field. No choice but to pull the goalie here and double team to try to force a turnover. On the end line, ball loose. Von Voigt goes for it. Dixon regains and Schneider hops back to his crease. 55 Virginia shots today. Oh man. That would be the definition of peppering the net, I believe. Look at that, 55-31. Dixon is about to finish off his career with a title. Ladding as a freshman will win one. He handles here left-hand cradle behind the cage. Last 2 minutes of the championship.
That'll be the first class in Virginia lacrosse history to walk with 2 titles. Think about that 1999 team, Peter Ragosa, Tucker Radebar, Ryan Curtis. And then 03 was all about Tillman Johnson, Chris Rotelli, the Cuarton winner. This more of a team, you know, they really embraced the unity and the strength in numbers. So many contributors.
Von Voigt on the double team, finally gets the ball. Look who's caught the ground ball, loose play. It's onto the stick of Dixon briefly. Reed finds the handle. It's unsettled. UMass coming back. Federico can't grab it cleanly.
Ricky, stay! Illegal procedure, white, red ball.
Procedure call will go against Virginia here.
A 5-man defense all day. Culver, his job was to deny the touches of Sean Morris, and it was an effective strategy.
Last minute. Brett Garber, the great story for UMass. Morris does have one on the side of the goal. I thought he had one late. He looked skyward again. He thought he had scored on Michael Bud Petit, who's the backup for Kip Turner. He'll get the final moments in the nets here for Virginia. And the long, frustrating day for Morris continues. "20 seconds and counting to a championship."
No.
Virginia, for the 4th time in school history, wins the national championship. The Cavaliers are champs once again. 15-7 over UMass. There was never a question about it.